Hello, this is Michelle from Mission Mojo. I'm here today to shoot a quick video to answer a question I get all the time, and it's all about how do I get content up on the web on a regular basis, because it's one thing we know as business owners is really important, that we can get content out there, especially in social media feeds where things are happening so quickly. How do we actually do that? Now, one of the ways, apart from creating your own content, which is really, really important, and I will go into that in another video, but one of the ways is to actually use other people's content, and we call that curated content. Now, the quickest way to do that I've found over the years is to use something called a feed aggregator, and then I send it through a service called Flipboard App, and then it schedules it and puts it out to all my various social media platforms. Now, today I'm just going to show you really quickly how I do that. Now, this is my Facebook group, my Mission Mojo Facebook group, and when I'm talking about curated content, it's this sort of content here. So this is an article from Quick Sprout that I thought would be really useful to my community in my Facebook group. And so I have sent it out through Buffer. You can see here it says it's come from Buffer, and I've been able to make a quick comment as well. Now, how did I do that? That's a really good question. Let's go and find out. So we'll pop over to Buffer, but we'll go into Buffer first through Safari where I'm not logged in, so that you can see what it looks like when you go there to open your own account. So the first thing you'll need to do is open a Buffer account. You can sign up for a free account, and if I click here on the pricing menu, you'll see that in the free account you can have up to one account on each of the social media platforms, and that, if you're just starting out, is going to be plenty. And you can schedule up to 10 posts per profile, and again, that'll be plenty. You can also get a browser extension, which I use a fair bit over on Chrome and on Firefox. And you can also get an app for your phone for it, and all of those things are free. They've also recently included a special image editor called Pablo, which I haven't used, but it looks really good, so that might be worth having a look at. Anyway, you can come over here and you can sign up for a free Buffer account. I've got the $10 awesome account, which is great. But once you do that, what you'll see, if I flick back to Chrome where I've got my account open, you can then go and set up your various social media accounts. So you can only have one Facebook account though in the free one, so you have to either put in your personal one, or I would suggest your business one. If you're here for business reasons, then it's obviously your business account that you're going to be mostly interested in growing. So I would come in here, set up your Facebook business page in here, and or you could do your Facebook group if you have a Facebook group. But you can also set up Pinterest, you can set up LinkedIn is here, and Instagram. All of those are, and Google Plus, they're all available to you as social media platforms that you can schedule on Buffer and have content be sent out at a time in the future. So when we're talking about scheduling, this is what I'm talking about. Now, you go down and you select each of your individual Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. You select each of the accounts down here on the side. Obviously, you add the accounts by clicking plus. I won't go through the complete detail on how to set it up because I'm sure you're clever enough to work that out. So once you've got your accounts in there, what we need to do is schedule, which is what we're doing now. So as you can see up here, I'm looking at the schedule menu, and you can come in here and you can add posting times that are going to happen every day, or you can schedule different ones that will happen on different days. Say you know that most people in your audience tend to hang around on Facebook on a Friday afternoon, then you can schedule it that on Friday afternoons your posts will mostly go out, for example. Now, I've got 3 here at the moment. The other thing I've recently noticed that Buffer have is this optimal timing tool. So I thought I'd give you a quick preview of that because it looks really clever. And what it does is use its cleverness to run over to, say, here we go, my Mission Mojo Facebook group. I can say that I'd like 5 times to post through a day, because the more you post, the better. I know that you may not want to hear that, but it's actually true. Now, it comes back and tells me what the optimal times for this particular Facebook group is. So it tells me that I get most engagement in those times. So what I can do is hit replace existing schedule, and it will take the times that I already have, it'll get rid of them, and it will replace them with the times that they're suggesting, and 5 instead of the 3 that I had. And if you look up here, we'll go to my Up Sticks and Go Facebook page. There's 5 there, and again, my Mission Mojo Facebook page, I've got 4 there. Maybe I should click, actually I just did add a post. You can get rid of them by clicking off, but maybe I should do the optimal timing tool for that one as well, just to see what sort of times it comes up with for me. There you go. So it gives you a better graph. You can see the engagement on this particular Facebook page, and based on that kind of engagement, that's how Buffer decides what's a good time to have your to be posting things. Obviously I have quite a few people overseas, so the times aren't just the times that I'm awake. So things like 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. in the morning, and not necessarily when I would normally be posting things to my my social media. So that's how you set that up. You just come into Buffer and you set it up with various times, and it's up to you. If you're in the free one, you've only got the option of 10 in a day, but as you can see, I don't really use more than 5, so that works fine for me. Now you've got the Buffer app. What we're going to do now is work out how are you going to fill this Buffer app full of content for your particular feed, so for your social media. Now the way I do that, as I said earlier, is use what we call a news aggregator. There's 2 that I'm going to show you today. I prefer this one. It's called Feedly. There's also another one which you can see in the menu next to it called Flipboard. Now you can come and open these up on your just your computer, on your desktop or your laptop, and create an account. Again, these are both free, and I would suggest that you open it up on your computer and then you get the app. So both of them have apps, and I believe they have them for both iOS, Apple, as well as Android phones, if not the other smartphones. They certainly have them for those 2 though. Now I'm going to flip over and show you what it looks like and how I use it on my iPad. I also use it on my iPhone as well. Okay, here I am over at my iPad, and what I would do is open up my Feedly app, as you can see here on my iPad. Click the link, and what it does is go and grabs all of the information I said that I'm interested in. So over on the website, you're able to select different websites or different people or different categories of things you might be interested in related to your business, I would suggest. And it's basically like creating your own magazine, but it's an online magazine. So it'll go and grab, see, I've got here Apple, I've got things that I've said are interesting things, and then I've got various websites that I think are related to those different topics, and I've plugged them in there. It's a very, very easy thing to set up. You would just click up here on your laptop, or you could do it either on your computer or your iPad or on your iPhone, and then you can just select any of these different areas, and then you would hit the plus on the side to say yes, that's what I would like. That's what I would like in my new magazine. So once I've got the magazine up and running and I have a few different things that I want to look at, I can just flick through, and it's a little bit like looking through a glossy magazine, and I can read various articles on the things that I'm interested in. So for example, let me see, say that I was interested in this particular article. It says there are 3 social media marketing tools you should try. Well, that sounds really interesting. So I could flick over to the website and have a quick read and say, yep, that's actually the sort of thing that I'm interested in. And here it comes. There you go. So I can read through that, and yes, my audience would really like that. So I flick back to Feedly. Sometimes the articles come up completely inside Feedly, and sometimes they don't. It depends on the website that it's connected to. And then I can click Buffer, which you can see there, and automatically all of the 9 different accounts that I have logged into Buffer are all there. So I'll take off that one. I don't think those people are interested in it. It's not so much for my Instagram audience, and nor is it necessarily for my friends and family on my Facebook account, my personal Facebook account. So I might go, these look great, and post that. I'll just get rid of a few. Don't need these hashtags, not that interested in those. So you can automatically put in those hashtags, which I did do actually years ago, which is why they're there. Now if I hit Buffer, it'll go into that schedule that you saw us create earlier, and if I hit post, it'll go straight away. Now for the sake of me showing you this example, I will hit post, and with any luck, and if we cross our fingers, it will now shoot over to those different social media accounts, and you'll be able to see how it's being displayed there. So we'll hop off that, and I will flick back to the computer for a minute and back into hopefully my social media side. And if I hit fresh here on my Facebook group with any luck, there you go. So Feedly and Buffer have gone and grabbed the image, which is great. They've gone and grabbed a little bit of the content, a little bit of what this particular article's about. You can see the comment I wrote is already there, as well as the heading that the particular article came with. Maybe once a week you could be sitting down and going through your glossy magazine on your iPad or on your iPhone, and you could be posting relevant articles out to your community and staying relevant to your community. And that is what you need to do in order to become an authority on the web in your area. So I hope that's helped a little bit. Please let me know if you've got any other suggestions, what other things you do. Actually, before I go, I'm going to show you quickly the Flipboard app, because this one some people prefer from the one that I just showed you, Feedly, because it's even, full of even more pictures. So I can go into what is my Twitter account, and I can flick through all of the images that you see there. So they're all popping up from my Twitter account, for example. But it's exactly the same sort of idea, that you get a pretty sort of magazine type of thing that you can flick through the various feeds that you have, and you can set up new feeds as well. And again, you can share them. So if I was here on this Engadget article about Pokemon, I can hit the little share function, and I can see I've got the buffer up set up there. And again, it would allow me to go and shoot these things over to all of my different already buffered accounts. At the moment, it wants to share to the LinkedIn, but I can select any of my other profiles there to share it to. So I hope that gives you a little bit more feedback. Love to hear how you go with it, and any of the different things that you do in order to get content out to your community quickly. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.